Alright guys, we're back with another Discord League Cup game for you guys. Today we've got Furbolgi or Will on Dragon versus Awaken on Phoenix playing KI. This is a round of 32 match and players are just getting started right now. Awaken won the die roll going second, flipping a pretty good turn one. Let's see what he goes for. A little risky to play Zero Fade into Raitsugu open, but let's see how it goes for him. Alright, so playing that naive student, and ethereal dreamer out. Students with no fate in order to get those cards as soon as possible. Dreamer with one fate, and is a very good card, picking the void ring as that +2/+2. And we do see a cloud on Raitsugu making his line a little bit safer. It doesn't look like we have a let go, although we wouldn't see it until a little bit later in the turn. For Bolgi going Earth, finding Seeking the Truth, which is an air province when it breaks. Oh, sorry, it's the water one. So the defender moves home when it breaks, avoiding the bow if they're still standing. So we will see that this is breaking if we don't get a defense here. Interesting to see if they commit any of their resources. It would have to be the Ethereal Dreamer. Don't see a defense. Not really an appealing display of power either. Cleverly remembering that you need to go up to 5 strength because this is water with water roll. I would have probably missed that. Seeking the Truth is breaking now. Awaken does play the display of power, so going for that card advantage at the cost of 2 fate, some would say, is a little bit aggressive. But I guess play it when you can is the approach that he's gone for. Discarding a hawk tattoo, that's pretty nice. So Phoenix in the classic Dragon Conundrum, he's up 4 cards if he hits Restoration of Balance. He does have a fate on a character for Will to steal if he's got a character in hand for Feast or Famine. Seeker Sanctuary stands the Raitsugu again, and Shameful Display is never good to hit as Phoenix. Let's see what he finds going for that Master Alchemist. It is the Feast or Famine, so I think that's the best thing to find here. Just because you do only have that 1 fate on a 1 fate character with no attachments on it. It's potentially, you could defend this. Yeah, so we see the Wanderer come in, that threatens the steal. Although, what's the timing? So Phoenix will be able to Void Ring off that fate when it goes on to that Wanderer. I might have put that Wanderer in... No, I wouldn't. Choosing to take the fate off of the Raitsugu instead of the Wanderer, so that's 2 turns of Wanderer. I think we'll see just a stand forcing Phoenix to come back in. Could also attack water to force block. Although there's a 1/3 chance that the right Suku will just stand again if Phoenix attacks again. Finding Shameful Display. Neither of those students are sticking around, so this is a fine time to find it. It does make it hard to win this conflict, though. Yeah, just going home, not willing to commit to winning. So Phoenix is going to have to play the province lottery again if he wants to attack again. That did give a fate to Phoenix. I wonder if that attack was worth it. Water was out of the way, so you could have seen Shameful Display, Earth, Air, Fire. Yeah, I think it was probably fine. Oh, so we found the Sacred Sanctuary, so not great for Phoenix. So Dragon's really just looking to end up massively ahead after this turn. Phoenix claimed 4 rings that turn, but Dragon is the real winner of the turn, keeping a bunch of beefy stats around for another turn. They're even on fate, and I would not even start to say that honor is a problem for Dragon yet. So Phoenix can afford to buy 2 characters here. I think we'll probably see Prodigy of the Waves and Adept of the Waves to try to get in around Dragon's board. Yeah, going all the way down to 0 fate gave Dragon a great opportunity to steal the passing fate and still ahead on board, even without playing the doomed Shigenja. And we see both players bid 5 again. So Phoenix has a lot of powerful conflict cards, but with only 1 fate this turn from the Fire Ring, not really able to push through the Dragon board. Wow, really unlucky. With 27 cards left in deck, and most of the attachments unaccounted for, will whiffs on the swordsmith, but he does get the storehouse draw. So not a lot of scary things that Phoenix can do here. He can attack water into Sacred Sanctuary around the Raitsugu with Covert, but then Will can still declare the Tattooed Wanderer as the character who doesn't bow and defend with that. That does give him free stats. With two Shigenja in play, Supernatural Storm is good but not busted. But we do see that since Phoenix has no fade, they're forced to go water. Okay, going into face down here is literally retarded. If he hits Restoration now, it's okay, GG. Not a lot left to watch in this one. It's a lot of cards, guys. He had managed to get a canned advantage in the first turn. It was pretty much his only advantage. And there it goes. All that hard work gone. So realistically, they're now down 7 cards. They have 1 fate. And doesn't really matter if they break here or not. Getting an Honored Prodigy is fine, but they won't really have the resources to push back against Dragon's attacks. Dragon is going to have a massive turn next turn as well. Yeah, we see 2 walking the way. We see a fight on. So if we had actually looked at the deck lists, we'd know that Phoenix was on Crab Splash. Karmic Twist, Oracle of Stone, Ishiken Initiate, Seeker of Knowledge. So sort of a grab bag of cards here. Probably kept their most conflict relevant cards, I have to imagine. But there's only 4 of them. Finger of Jade protecting this swordsmith from anything that Phoenix could do here. Normally you can't count on your Shugenja in conflicts against Phoenix, but this would be an exception, where they have not enough fate to push through anything exciting. We also know that the Phoenix player has no attachment control, I'm assuming. Unless they're running Fire Elemental Guard, they have no control for attachments. And they're not, so. Yeah, 2 Spreading the Darkness, 3 Fight On, 3 Reprieve. So this deck is looking to get ahead early with the Fight On and Spreading the Darkness, and that just hasn't happened here. Yeah, so there was a Court Games, but that was it in those 4 remaining cards. Okay, yeah, Pathfinder's Blade for the Shameful Display. We did just talk about how there's no attachment control in the Phoenix deck. This was always going to be a hard match. This should be an easy break. You can go up to 6 with the Stronghold, which goes over the top of the Prodigy, so he's not even going to defend. We do see the Fight On move the Adept of Waves in. Let's see if Will has found a let go for the Cloud the Mind yet. After playing that Fight On, Phoenix is out of Fate again. So not pressuring a whole lot. So Fight On, moving in the adept. Fine Katana putting Raitsugu back into breaking. We did see the shameful display cancelled by the Pathfinder's blade. And this Void Ring will protect Dragon's characters and also get rid of one of Phoenix's. So I guess we're going to see the Supernatural Storm. No, we actually see the Walking the Way. I guess they might be looking for a province? Or, sorry, a holding? Alright, so he finds the Forgotten Library, throwing it over to the side. And crunch. Yeah, so not getting rid of the Master of Gisei Toshi, not really afraid of it, and doesn't want to reveal more cards next turn. We do see that that Prodigy does have the covert, so going around the Tattooed Wanderer, and it'll get bound by the Water Ring. That's if Dragon really cares here. If he's got a conflict character, he can just use it to attack after this conflict. Or just be happy with the progress he's made so far. So we do see Phoenix readying his defenders instead of bowing the Tattooed Wanderer. Now Dragon gets an initiation without playing a card from hand. Air or fire likely here. We do see fire revealing meditations, it won't do work. Okay, reprieve on the Tattooed Wanderer, protecting against assassination. So he's going to invest attachments onto this guy. Jade Masterpiece on the Raitsugu here. Oh yeah, just getting those cards played for the Void Fist. 2 mil to 2 mil. That is a fun and interactive card. Sending it home so he's not getting credit from anything anymore. Although Phoenix does get to keep the favor thanks to the standing Prodigy of the Waves. So Dragon is up a ton of cards, well, 2 cards after playing through that turn, and a ton of Fate. The Fate lead is very real. I wonder if he's going to pitch the cheap guys and look for expensive ones. Looks like Doom Shigenja is good enough. So actually not finding anything on Dynasty is a little bit unlucky. Getting a Raitsugu dupe is nice, but it doesn't let you push your advantage with your Fate lead. Luckily, Phoenix also didn't find anything overwhelming. I mean, you're up so much on what's coming over from last turn that, you know, just adding the Doom Shigenja should be good enough. So 3 of Dragon's characters are vulnerable to Yuona, but you can only do that once a turn. So no fate on that Order Protector when your opponent goes first. I guess you are Phoenix, right? So making them attack water is still advantageous for you. But you're down on cards and down on board, so they could still very much win the conflict. And I would be worried about not really getting to use that character's ability. Looks like we're going to see a fire attack instead here. Another Pathfinder's Blade protects the fate on Raitsugu, or what if he goes for the face down province, whatever that province is also protected. It's air or earth. So it's a fertile fields, or it's not going to be the entrenched. So this guy is 3, 4, 5, 6 currently. It can go up to 8 with the stronghold and favorable ground is available. So 6, 9, 11 represented with the attack. More with the favorable. Dishonoring the prodigy makes it much less scary for sure. Dragon forcing an all-in defense here. The Order Protector won't bow as it is, unless we see a Cloud the Mind on it. Phoenix really doesn't have that many tricks when they're on 0 fate, so in a very vulnerable position here. Dragon could go up to 12 with the box in the favorable ground, which is enough to be winning but not breaking. But then they just need, to find anything in their 9-card hand. And they are running 2 Bonsai and 3 Hurricane Punch, and 2 more Void Fists also. So Hawk Tattoo played, Cloud the Mind played, so Void Fist is active now too. Bonsai and moving in Doom Shigenja is enough to break. Sending Raitsugu home, so he's not going to break here. He's just going to bow the Phoenix's board. So he doesn't think he can win this turn, which I'm not so sure. I would be extra careful to really be sure that I couldn't win the game here before sending that Raitsugu home in that conflict. So I think we're gonna see that walking the way again. No. Yeah, we do see it. Using Uona to bow. Guess that would have made it hard to win the game. And box is enough to break. Or nothing is enough to break. Alright, so Phoenix gets the first swing next turn, but they lost the favor. And we are on entrenched position box with the dragon who's up 10 fate and down 1 card. Uona did stay in play, so dragon really looking for unique characters. But they'll just have so many more characters. So dragon once again not finding anything to dump his fate into. Although these characters are not that bad. Unfortunately for Phoenix, that face down province is shameful display. And all of their characters of fairly high glory. The dream for Phoenix here would be to somehow get that Raitsugu bowed before the dragon player can attack, and somehow force other characters to defend, otherwise you are pretty screwed. So if you can win water somehow, you get your keepers, you bow something, and maybe you survive. So, dragon here defending with Raitsugu who will not bow. I might have also defended with the swordsmith. You've found a let go by now. Yeah, so Will plays the let go on Cloud the Mind. Getting ready to use a duel with Raitsugu if we see any Ningyos or anything like that. Defense can go up to 6 with the box. Yeah, I think I didn't realize I was on mute. It's a good point. This is pretty much it, though. Joe is my hero. Guess Yokuni into Against the Waves is always dumb, but you have so many abilities here that I think he still would have been a good add to the attack. Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. Will or Furbolgi will advance to the next round, which is the top 16. His opponent will be either Chonwang or Lenial, both Crane players who've made it out of the horrible Crane bracket of Crane Murder, the other one being up here with Shoot and Humblest Monk playing. Both of these players are strong. Chon was in my group for Season 9 and he beat me. He was my loss in the group stage. So I think either of these players will give a good match to Will in the top 16. Alright guys, catch you next time.